I'm sure you're all familiar with pandas. That's right, those black and white, cute, cuddly animals that roll around, eat bamboo, go down slides, and are plenty of entertainment for everyone. But today we're talking about the red panda. These cute reddish-brown, fluffy little creatures live up in high-altitude temperate forests in places like the Himalayas and primarily eat bamboo. Now, they do like to live up in high altitudes, so they have a thick, kind of really fluffy fur. They have a long tail, and they also have these cute little reddish-brown tear marks that go down from their eyes to the edge of their mouth. And the fun fact is that these actually help repel the sunlight, kind of acting like our version of sunglasses for these little pandas. These little guys are amazing climbers. They like to get to the top of the trees, and that's usually where they're gonna go. If there's a threat of, danger or anything like that, they're gonna run up to the top of the tree. Or I have heard that if they are threatened, they like to stand on their back legs and make themselves look really tall, like this picture right here. Isn't this actually the cutest thing that you have ever seen in your entire life? I wanna say that this is true. I don't know for sure, but it is really cute. Anyways, red pandas tend to be pretty solitary animals. They don't run in a pack. They don't, stay with their family. They tend to be off by themselves, foraging, climbing trees, looking for bamboo, and they don't really need anyone unless it's mating season. That's about the only time that they spend time with other red pandas. Now, at this point, you might ask, what could possibly want to threaten the cutest little animal that I think you've ever seen on the face of the planet? Unfortunately, there are a bunch of threats that when it comes to why these animals are going extinct. Now, you could look at the amount of habitat loss that comes from the consumption of land due to either resources or land development for new housing for people. When it comes to livestock, livestock needs lots of room to graze for food for the population. And these animals are grazing and eating all of that food that the red pandas would generally consume. Not only that, but these livestock need people to herd them. And they also have these farmers who have livestock dogs that will go in and kind of herd and help with this process. And these dogs can actually help introduce disease into the red panda population if they're not properly controlled, can end up introducing different diseases in a way that they wouldn't necessarily be exposed to when it comes to these types of things. The total population of red pandas has unfortunately declined over 40% in the last 2 decades, and they're now actually legally protected in places like China and India. These little pandas need a very specific set of circumstances to survive, whether that be the altitude, the temperature, the specific type of food source that they eat, and everything in between. They need that space, that food source to survive. And to be honest, human encroachment on their territory is actually one of the biggest threats that they face, is losing their natural habitat to the spreading of the human population. So what can we do? How can we help the cutest little species on the face of the earth either become less threatened or hopefully nurse the population back to health? Well, the first thing that we can do is work to create different laws and stricter punishments for poaching when it comes to people who want to use these species as, game, or they want to collect their fur or their pelts. We need to really crack down on these laws and get these governments to be able to really make it not worthwhile to go out and poach this cute little animal. There need to be designated zones for these different forests that these red pandas are native to that are conservation only. That means that people cannot encroach on this habitat any longer. They can't develop any further, and that will help to reduce the amount of not only habitat, but food source that is lost due to human encroachment and development of the land. But I definitely think that with a positive attitude and a lot of action, hopefully we can work our way back from extinction and keep these cute little guys alive. So I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation on red pandas and the threats that they face, and hopefully how we can nurse them back to health. Thanks so much for watching.